Hello, hello, and welcome back as I get ready to once again square off against the entire Spanish Armada in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM 2. And if last episode wasn't my own personal Trafalgar, then I give up. That's it. I don't want to end up like Horatio Nelson, man. I don't want to wind up a corpse that's missing an eye, one of its arms, and some of its head. Or even, to a lesser extent, I don't want to wind up like those guys Brad Pitt threatened did to Mexican, missing an ear or not being able to fuck anymore. I want to walk away from this run unscathed, man, or at least, in possession of all my body parts. If not clean and pristine, at least not missing my dong. I want to be as untouchable as Arjun Rudd from Lethal Weapon 2 before Danny Glover revoked his diplomatic immunity. I want to be that level of untouchable. That's what I want. I'm not gonna get it, of course, but, I can still want it, just like I wanted former Fuji Lauryn Hill on the team so that she could kill a few aliens softly with her song, and probably some bullets, but I didn't get that either, because I went out drinking with Bradford last night to celebrate our last victory, and when I came home this morning, Lauryn Hill was nowhere to be found, and in her place was Miley Cyrus, lying on a floor next to Bradford in a puddle of their combined sick. Not exactly the greatest way to wake up, granted, but you know what? I've actually woken up in worse situations than that, trust me. I honestly don't even remember inviting Miley, but that'll happen with your smiley Miley Cyrus. She'll come in hard and low and wreck and ball her way into the party when, uninvited when you're not looking. That'll happen, so I think we should just accept it and go ahead and get some promotions here. She's here now. She also has a hidden ability, which is what? Rapid fire. Both of our snipers got rapid fire, man. What the shit? I mean, I'm not too salty about it. This basically makes Miley Smiley Cyrus into a Yuri Novak. Look, come on, Pete. I mean, Miley, she have fantastic haircut, this is true, but she does not have space helmet, and she is no Yuri Novak. Please, Pete, come on. Don't even make comparisons. This is unflattering. You know what, Pete? Your comparisons insults both of us. It really does. Maybe you're not wrong, Yuri, but we are going to go ahead and give Miley our standard gunslinger build here. Steady hands. Yeah, it's way better, I think, especially for the gunslinger, because then if we don't move and face off, we get mad bonuses, yo. Still no colonels on the team, not even for Major Smiley Miley Cyrus. Then again, Smiley Miley hasn't actually been on a mission yet, so getting her upgraded to Major, that'd be a little egregious, I think, just an immediate promotion. Oh, crikey, mate. Yeah, gotta say, Smiley Miley. Can't immediately promote her there. Steve Irwin's been down here in the trenches the whole damn time, Pete, and even Steve Irwin still hasn't reached maximum rank, mate. If you promote that bitch ahead of me, I might have to, I don't like to use that sort of language, Pete, but if you promote Miley ahead of me, I feel like I'm compelled, mate. Feel like I'm compelled. I'll straight up quit. I'll quit on you, Pete. You don't want me quitting. You're right, Steve. I've come to rely on you. I definitely don't want you to quit, so let's hang out for a bit. Also, if my voice sounds a little odd, rest assured I have a terrible summer cold. I'm trying to play through the pain, but this episode may be a little shorter than normal because you don't want to listen to me go on a coughing jag and then have my voice sound like Fran Drescher after 2 cartons of smokes and a 5th of scotch. Do I want to investigate this bonfire? The answer is no. Alien wreckage. Illyrian crystals, yes. I mean, we get alloys and crystals there. We also still need to make contact with Mexico. That is a bit of a priority. But I think I'm going to go for this alien wreckage. And if I recall, I was, in fact, in the middle of making contact before we got distracted by whatever our last mission was. I think it was a guerrilla. It's been a couple days since I played. I believe it was a guerrilla operation to keep us from getting chrysalids on every... Ooh, hell yeah, advanced explosives. That's good. All right, let's go assign ourselves a new project. The old EMP bomb. Yeah, she's available, but I'm not a huge fan of the EMP bomb. Smoke bomb? Interesting. So we're working on an experimental powered weapon, which is fantastic. That's going to go with our war suit, which, by the way, we had optioned last episode. Could have worn and just forgot. I'm not that salty about it. I'm really not, but we'll try and take advantage of it henceforth. Another experimental ammo or an experimental grenade. I mean, the only experimental grenade we have is a poison grenade, I think. So you know what? Let's do a grenade after our powered weapon.
I'll send word when the project is complete.
Connor Kerrigan's probably on that. Dr. Shen or Lily, or do I call you Dr. Shen? I mean, are you really a doctor? Do you have a PhD, Lily? I mean, I don't want to, I strive myself on using the appropriate nomenclature as people decide, but I can't really call you doctor if you're, like, I can't do it. If you're like a chiropractor, I'm not going to call you doctor, Lily. Or a dentist. I'm not gonna call you doctor. Be like, oh, it's a DDS, it's Doctor of Dental Surgery. Yeah, I'm not gonna call a dentist doctor. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna do it. 44 alloys, 43 Illyrium crystals. We don't need to go back to Resistance HQ. I think we don't really need to stop by the black market either. Let's just continue making contact here in Mexico. So let's head back south of the border, down Mexico way. We're going to the happiest place on Earth, kids. Tijuana! Yeah, that's what happens when you go to Camp Krusty and one of the campers gets eaten by a bear. Well, I mean, not really. The bear just ate his hat, but it was a nice hat, man. It was a nice hat. 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Oh, shit. Is this Optimus Prime just giving us our monthly report card? Man, I don't know what school we go to, but these monthly report cards are really fucking oppressive, man. The aliens are always like, oh, you gotta, Optimus Prime's always coming in. He's like, oh, alien report card's in. You gotta take this home and get your parents to sign it, Pete, so they know how poorly you're doing. You only did 1 Gorilla Op this month, you only installed 1 radio relay, and you only investigated 1 resistance rumor. You take this home and show your parents that you need to refocus and buckle down. If you want to graduate, Pete, you're gonna have to do better than this. Every month, man. I mean, then I'm going to get grounded for like 3 weeks, and by the time I get ungrounded, they're going to have another goddamn report card. I'm going to get regrounded again. You're oppressing the shit out of me, Optimus Prime, with your big bald dome, and I hate you for it. We still have Alien Infiltrator on the board. Oh, Advent with Viper rounds is real shitty. What are the odds the hidden event is worse? Can we afford the intel? We sort of could, actually. 269. We've got a plenty. I think we're going to probably stop Alien Infiltrator if we can. Viper rounds, Alien Infiltrator. I mean, unless this is Show of Force or Chrysalids, both of which have come up recently, I don't know if it's worth the bother. I really don't. Alternatively, you know what? I'm just going to confirm. A major breakthrough is actually not the end of our world. I mean, it sucks, don't get me wrong. I'm not happy about this. Be like, oh, the aliens are making a major breakthrough. Be like, oh, you know, good for the aliens. I'm glad they really decided to buckle down, unlike we did. I mean, their report card every month is probably like cause for celebration. Their parents are like, oh, aliens, you did such a good job. Man, you guys are going to go far. You know what? We're saving for your college education right now. Your father and I are so inspired. We're going to start a special fund so that when you get accepted to an Ivy League school, we can afford it. You know, our parents are like, hey, you know what? You'll be lucky to go to a trade school, Pete. You'll be lucky. You'll be lucky if you can make it to a trade school, son. Commander. I sense a lot of hair nets and spatulas in your future. Not that I'm trying to denigrate that. Cooking and chefery is fantastic. I wouldn't be in the sorry physical state I'm in without some fantastically talented cooks. That's a matter of fact. So we completed Operation Tunguska. Got the beam cannon. I'm actually super stoked about that. And I don't think there's any... I mean, the plasma lance, yes, it's tempting, but we're going to have a maximum of 1 sniper per mission. We oftentimes roll double rangers, and I just want my rangers doing maximum damage, so... yeah. I'll see that work begins immediately. You do that, Dr. Tigan. And in the meantime, while you see that work begins immediately, you know what I'm going to do? Take some of this billion trillion supplies we have and actually go buy something with it. So, weapons. Yes. What can we do? Beam cannons. 400 supplies. All of our Illyrium and a shit. Yeah, I'm still doing it. We can't even get the beam pistol. I mean, also, this is another thing, too. The beam pistol is the least expensive upgrade. We also could really use plasma rifles, because we're going to be sporting 1, possibly 2 of those per episode with, per mission, rather. Per episode, per mission, I mean, it's basically the same thing. We are going to be sporting 1 of those as well, though, with either Steve Irwin or our Atlas King. I mean, we can't go on a mission without Atlas King. There we go. We've got a new contact here for our black site facility. This I am fully enthused about. This gives us just another out in case the Doom counter comes online. We'll have another 30 days, of course, but this is my back door. This is my little weasel's escape. If things go drastically wrong, this is how I get out of trouble. This is how I weasel my way out of problem.
New regional contacts located.
Yeah, Brazil is available, thank you. Supply drop is also available, which we're going to just go grab. Because we can take these supplies, pick them up in 3 days, and we can turn these into a new weapon with which to destroy our foes. A plan that I am fully on board with. Come on, give me the goods here. That's right, you know what Daddy needs. A Shred Storm Cannon is what we got. You have to excuse me, I'm gonna cough here. I apologize, but again, summer cold. I'm telling you, It's kicking my ass harder than these aliens ever dreamed of. So the Shred Storm Cannon, I don't think we had one last run through. I am unfamiliar with how it works. We might give it a try. I mean, we built it. We may as well try it. I think we'll just go for our... Yeah, I don't really feel the need to start another project. The one we've got queued is good. Let's pick up the rest of these supplies. Do we want to fly back to Resistance HQ? No. You know what? I think... Okay, new staff is available. Yeah, we'll ignore that as well.
Setting course for East
no.
Asia.
That's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to go to the black market. Hey, Johnny Bradford. I know you're flying the ship, and I know you're just piss-ass blackout drunk, but if you could maybe fly to the right spot, pal. There you go. You only missed by about 1,200 miles, which, given your knowledge of geography, Bradford, I suppose is an improvement for you. Maybe you should be drunk more. So let's offload some junk. Yeah, we can get rid of some of those Viper corpses. Chrysalids, facility leads. I don't really want to get rid of any of these things. You know, Advent officer corpses, we could probably spare a few. Stun Lancers, we run into those all the time. We can spare a couple of those as well. Mutons, Shield Bearers are not horribly uncommon. Advanced Expanded Magazine, that we should probably install. Advanced Autoloader, again, should probably install that. Superior Repeater, somebody ought to be using that as well. The Warsuit, well, we're definitely not getting rid of that. The Superior Hair Trigger is intriguing. Yeah, we're going to sell what we've got here. My hope was to get enough supplies that we could purchase both the pistol upgrade and maybe one other weapon. That's what I would like here.
Commander?
We came in short of that goal by like a tiny, tiny fraction. I'm still buying the beam pistol upgrade. Fusion Blade. Well, we don't, you know what? Doesn't matter that we're short on supplies. We don't have enough Illyrium anyway. All right, so Illyrium is going to be our new bottleneck. That sort of blows. Is there anything else we need to do? Yes, we should go down to the armory. Doing a lot of base maintenance stuff here, man. We're not actually getting a mission. We're just kind of killing time. All right, Master Chef Busey, do you need a weapon upgrade of any variety? Advanced... This expanded magazine, I would really like to... Yeah, let's swap that out for a better version. Steve Irwin, you got the Superior Repeater and Advanced Stock. I think you're probably sorted. Uncle Mel, we're not going to worry about you. Yuri has an advanced scope and an autoloader. Do we have a better autoloader? We have an advanced autoloader. Do I want to give that to Yuri? Kinda, yeah. What else we got? Lohan, not worried about you. Tay-Tay, not really worried about you. Helen Keller, you have an advanced scope and an extended magazine? We definitely should have given the magazine to Helen Keller. That was definitively an oversight. Advanced stock, repeater, that's on Atlas King. You know, Atlas King, if you've got just a regular repeater, why not take a superior repeater instead? The advanced stock you can hang on to, that's fine. Miley, yeah, Cyrus. So expanded magazine, superior scope, then for Honest Abe is fine. Alright, well, we're back to the beginning, so I guess we've got all those weapon upgrades taken care of. I wouldn't mind finding a spot for that advanced hair trigger, for that superior hair trigger, but, you know, I'm just not a huge fan of the hair trigger. I think I like repeaters better. I'm not a huge fan of repeaters. I just think probably overall they're actually better. So what to do? I mean, we have nothing to do here. Literally nothing. We could spend money, but is that going to be useful? I'm not really sure. I think we fly back to Resistance HQ, flip the thing back to Intel, and then just kill some time here while we wait. I mean, I wish there was something we could do that was a little more proactive. I feel lazy. So yeah, we'll switch the bonus to Gathering Intelligence. It costs us 25 supplies, but we got plenty. Do I want an engineer or a scientist? You know, no. I think we're good on that. We got the whole science and engineering thing covered. Let's just gather some intel. Oh yeah, that's what we wanted to see right there. This is actually what we're doing right now. I mean, it looks like we're sitting with our thumbs jammed way up our ass, wigging them around a little because we're sort of into ass play. But that's not what we're doing. What we're in fact doing is waiting for Disciple Atlas Casanova King to complete his training. Solace, I still don't like. Sustain, I don't like. Void Rift, though, is possibly the greatest thing since sliced bread, which, again, no mean feat. I know I say this every time I say the greatest thing since sliced bread, because sliced bread is not that fucking remarkable. As George Carlin said, and I think said it best, you got some bread, you got a knife, slice the fucking thing and get it over with. Here we go. Communications from the Resistance. Somebody finally got something for us to do. Operation Bone Stank. 209 supplies and 10 intel with 12 aliens on board. Heavy mech elite shield bearer. Enemy unknown has me fucking horrified. At this point, enemy unknown could basically only be a gatekeeper. So yeah, this is gonna suck. Also, Archons, Codexes, Elite Troopers, and yeah, this mission is gonna suck. Alright, well, let's go handle the old bone stank. You gonna give it to him, Pete? Oh, we're gonna bone him stankily, boy. We're gonna give him the stank. Is a bone stank where, like, you know, I mean, this is gonna sound gross, but is this like where you do, you know, a little anal action and you swap the bone over without wiping off the bone? Is that what Operation Bone Stank is? Like a little, like, colic flora and fauna getting cross-contamination? Is that what Operation Bone Stank is all about? Because I gotta say, if that's what Operation Bone Stank is all about, I'm not necessarily on board. That's a little gross. We got a war suit. Somebody should use it. Who is that somebody? Here's a question. Could we put you in a war suit, Atlas King? Please tell me I can put you in a war suit, Atlas King. Please tell me I can put you in a war suit. Oh, hells yeah. Oh, look at this, Atlas King. Got the skulls everywhere, the bone shit. Atlas King, dog, you make this look good. Oh, man. Oh, you know, I thought he was as sexy as he could possibly be, and then I saw him in the servo-powered armor harness, and then I was like, nope, you know what? This is as sexy as he could possibly be. I thought he was as sexy as he could possibly be, and then I learned just how fucking wrong I was. We are down a Mimic Beacon, though, if we go this route, and I think I'm going to keep the battle scanners. Who would we want to pick up the slack in the Mimic Beacon department? Oh, never mind. We still have 3. What were you toting before, Atlas King, that I wasn't paying attention to? You know what? Honestly, I don't care. So, Helen Keller, let's get you one of these fancy dancy grenades. I'm going to give you the old incendiary bomb. Does that give you 2 or 1? Which one of these slots is the extra grenade slot? I can never remember. Is it this one? It's got to be that one. We're going to give you the incendiary bomb, and I think since we've got the bomb here, let's use the bomb. Let's give old Stovepipe Lincoln a gas bomb. I mean, we'll just feed him some burritos before the mission because, let's face it, Abraham Lincoln, that guy's got some talking about intestinal flora here. If you were going to give somebody a bone stank, you'd want to dip it in Abraham Lincoln before you dipped it in your intended stankified target. His old Lincoln, man, he'd stank your bone right up.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Oh, Lincoln will stank your bone, trust me. I mean, that possibly legitimately. I mean, it's been, I won't say well argued, but at least reasonably argued that possibly Abraham Lincoln was, you know, into dudes. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying log cabin Republicans, they call themselves the log cabin. Well, for one thing, you know, Lincoln was born and raised in a log cabin, and 2, he liked to give dudes the bone in possibly in a log cabin. There's nothing wrong with that, I'm just saying. Honest Abe, maybe that's how he rolled. Then again, if you were married to Mary Todd Lincoln, maybe that's how I'd roll too. Mary Todd was not that attractive. You know who was attractive? Lincoln's vice president. Oh yeah. I like to think there was a little, you know, maybe the Oval Office. Maybe Bill Clinton wasn't the first one to grab a blowy in the old Oval Office. Maybe Honest Abe and the vice president were handling that, getting that shit done. I mean, Jesus Christ, Abe, with the look on your face now, I got to assume that no one of either sex is going to touch you because your face, it really looks like somebody just poured gasoline all over it and set it on fire and then just let it burn for a while. This is slash and burn architecture on Abraham Lincoln. Look at his face, man. Look at it. In the worst parts of slash and burn agriculture going on in the rainforest, what's left behind when they're done does not look as bad as Honest Abe's face there. It really doesn't. Honest Abe's face, I mean, he's making it. Freddy Krueger looks at him and goes, geez, man, you gotta fucking see a dermatologist, bro. I don't know what's going on up on your mug there, but fuck, I thought getting burned alive by children in a fire and coming back to haunt them was bad. I didn't know what bad was.
Eliminate all hostile contacts.
All right, so we've got rescue the dude and escape with the dude, and we have a lot of ground to cover, but we did begin concealed. All right, yeah, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. So if I'm gonna take a actual Smokey and the Bandit, take a lesson from the page of the Bandit, and well, actually, if I'm gonna take a lesson from the page from the book of the Bandit, I don't know what I said. If I'm gonna take a page from the book of the Bandit, though, what I got to do is hire Jerry Reed to go fucking sort of run interference for me with a hound dog for whatever reason. A basset hound is Jerry Reed's co-pilot. I never understood that. Gotta have to give me a basset hound. Hey, there's a guy on the slab in here, and that is definitely not a human. What the hell's going on there? What is this naked dude on the slab? Well, that's a woman. Okay, well, I mean, with the bandage clothing there, I got to have very Mia Jovovich in the Fifth Element kind of vibe going on. Nothing wrong with that. It's a fantastic movie, and you know, I'm not ashamed to say Mia Jovovich kind of turns my crank. She has a nice look that I can appreciate. All right, Master Chef Busey, let's have you head up here. We should be relatively safe to advance, sort of willy-nilly. If we were going to encounter enemies, we just spotted them already. We may spot something, but we'll be concealed when it happens, so these moves are basically without risk.
Double time.
Get the Deadeye as far forward as forward goes. Do I want Yuri close? You know, I'm actually surprisingly okay with having Yuri sort of up in the front here. I think he'll be all right. Casanova Frankenstein, what to do with you? Well, I think we're just going to bring you... Actually, first things first, I'm going to bring you to here and make sure nobody's going to backdoor you. I really like the Psyker with the war suit. I'm surprisingly... I didn't think it was going to be good, and then I sort of rethought it, and now I think... Especially considering he has a minimum of psychic abilities. This just gives him a little extra killing power, a little extra versatility. I think it's going to be very useful. And it just leaves old mad bad Steve Pokemon Irwin. I think we'll just have Steve come stand next to this car. Hey, crikey, Pete, do need me a new ride. Me and the missus there, we rolled the Range Rover, and, well, we've been looking for something a little smaller there, maybe a little more fuel efficient. It's all about being green, Pete. We gotta keep in mind that be friendly to the environment, Mike. Man, I'm really wishing I had brought that EMP bomb. I'm not gonna lie. Would have done us some good work right here. So do we want to fight these guys? And if so, do we want to fight them here? Okay, well, there's definitely something very loud and explodey to our left. I mean, something over here was cluttering around and sounded like it set off all of the bombs in the universe. Let's see what our chances at a little haywire here. Maybe not the heavy mech. What if we go for the little mech?
Activate haywire.
Hey, crikey, Pete. I'm gonna go haywire on me car over here. I'm telling you, just shopping for a new ride. Now you're gonna make me go hijack a robot, Pete. 66% chance to control the enemy is pretty good. I mean, we're gonna cancel that hack because I'm not ready for this yet. But a 66% chance, I like it. It's not unreasonable. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's not unreasonable. Can we get on the rooftop before we engage? I really would very well. We can, but we're gonna have to be careful where we stand. All right, Honest Abe. What if we? Let's move you to here first, because this is a move without risk. That appears to be safe. This is a bit of a pickle. I think maybe we just engage, but if we're going to engage, we should not do it with an Abraham Lincoln plasma grenade. We should save that. Double chain shot here, 92%, 16 to 20 damage. That'd be a really good way to start things off here. Then we could have, yeah, that's basically too good to pass up, right? We have to do this. It's too good. I mean, there aren't that many units, again, on this map. One of them is unknown, which I'm gonna, at this point, have to assume is, in fact, a gatekeeper. That did not do anywhere near as much damage as I was hoping, but we did shred 3 of his armor, and this shot almost can't miss. That's some pretty solid work there from old Honest Abe. An honest day's work from Honest Abraham Lincoln. I'd say I take back what I said earlier about your face, Abe, but we both know that ain't true. I'm not taking it back. Your face looks like a goddamn garbage fire, man. Honestly, it looks like the remnants of a garbage fire that has completely burned itself out. So, let's do an aid protocol here to give Stovepipe a little bit of Overwatch. We are not going to move Steve. Also, well, 2 reasons. One, we do have an enemy up there who is on Overwatch. And also, we can possibly draw that Overwatch in a more useful fashion by having Steve go for the hack on this Advent mech. Give me the mech, Steve. You know what I need. Protocol's already in place. We've already got, yeah, crikey, mate, we've enacted the protocol. Now it's up to Steve to go jack an enemy. Want to steal your ride, mate? As I said, I needed new wheels, mate, and you're it. Oh, yeah, that's my boy. How do you like that? How do you like them apples, Pete? Control thine enemy. Damn Skippy, mate. Damn Skippy. Alright, so that's actually really sweet. So we have hacked this guy. He's on Team XCOM now. Yeah, you work for me. Switch to blue. That's my boy. Yeah, you want to be the boy in blue. Oh, enemy unknown is in fact actually a fucking sectopod. Well, that's horrible.
It can punch through armor just as easily as it chews through.
Yeah, this is real bad. Also, we just used. Okay, well, this is not good. All right. Well, Helen Deadeye Keller could do some respectable damage and shred most of its armor. Helen Deadeye Keller also is still concealed, I'd like to point out there. Yuri, do you have EMP rounds? No, you do not. Jake Busey has EMP rounds. If we have the Buse get loose up here, could he maybe finish this guy off if the Helen Keller... I mean, if Helen Keller takes a poke at him, could we maybe finish him off? I mean, I don't necessarily hate our chances. And then we would have Atlas King for potential cleanup. Is that enough firepower, though? That's a bit of a tough question. Who has a Mimic Beacon? Atlas King? Okay, you do not. Yuri does. Is Yuri going to be throwing a Mimic? Because we're kind of going to need a Mimic Beacon or something as cleanup here. We do have this guy who will draw some fire. Is he going to draw enough fire? I'm not fully convinced. I do like Helen Keller's position here. You know what? Yeah, Helen Keller, 97 twice on a chain shot for 20 damage. I think it's good enough. 20 damage from a beam cannon here. All right, well, starting us with 3 is not exactly what I was hoping for, Helen.
They've seen me.
Also, 3, I'd like to point out, Helen Keller is a pretty good goddamn long way from 20. Just throwing that out there. It's a long, long way, Helen Keller. A long, long... Ooh, here's an interesting theory. Yuri could rapid fire this guy. So clearly Yuri does not have our EMP rounds. But he could hit this guy for 6 to 8 twice. And it can't miss. And he could take a lightning hand shot before he did it. All of these things are interesting. I'm intrigued by all of these things. But also, we kind of need a Mimic Beacon, which Yuri could still take the rapid fire. Yuri could still throw the Mimic Beacon, too. We can't forget. Yuri could go rapid fire on the hands and then also throw the Mimic Beacon. Yes, I'm aware that Jake Busey got spotted, but as long as that robot over there can't see Jake Busey, which is what I was sort of counting on, we got extraordinarily lucky there. I actually did not expect us to get vision on that guy. That was a damn long run. So yeah, this is gonna fucking ruin this guy's shit. 34% chance to critical too. Critical with EMP rounds is gonna do a number on him. Oh, that ruined him, but good. I say that, but it's 50. That guy's on fire? Oh, his hacking defense is decreased. Well, that's not exactly what we were hoping for. So, Yuri. We have you, evac. Well, I mean, Pete, consider Yuri is saying evac. This is not necessarily a terrible idea, Pete. Consider the evacuation, son. I'm just saying, maybe he's the best option. Well, you know, I'm not sure you're wrong, Yuri, but I'm not gonna do it.
Orders confirmed.
Instead, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have Yuri come over here. Then we're gonna have Yuri take his lightning hand shot. We are gonna put this on a sectopod. Man, 6 damage is actually pretty good. It's really... When did Yuri get chained? Oh, that's face off. We don't want to face off. Do we? Do we want to face off? Nah, we don't want to face off. All right, Casanova, we could have you come null lance, which I think would kill that man, would it not?
Finally.
This is interesting. If we null lance here, we could also just stasis a dude. So if we null lance, that definitely kills you. Can we make it hit anybody else? Like maybe this piece of trash back there without... No, not without hitting our own guy. Well, call me crazy, but I'm against the hitting our own guy part. So let's throw the null lance here. This should generate a kill for Atlas Casanova King. And the first sectopod we're going to encounter is going to get wrecked but quick. There we go. Oh, these fuckers explode huge. Yeah, it's real bad. We got no cover, but neither does that guy. We're definitely going to want a mimic beacon here. Forgot about the explosion. I always forget about the explosion. They explode real big. All right, well, Yuri, why don't you come over here and do that? Yes, Yuri is going to once again save Pete's pathetic bacon. Oh, don't think I didn't remember, Pete. I'm in the habit of bacon saving. Yeah, what was this all about? So you pointed at your friend as if to say, you fucking scumbag, how dare you turn coat, you miserable piece of shit. He's straight up calling his homes on his shit. Well, that's not good. Our mimic beacon has already taken 8 damage. Granted, enemy units will go for the mimic beacon before they go for this guy, but I mean, I kind of expected at least one of them to maybe take a crack at that guy. We get a lot of shield bearers and shit here, too. This guy's definitely going to shoot because the shield is already up. Somebody's taking damage here. Probably Jake Busey is getting shot. I really wish we had been able to get a kill for the Master Chef, but we do have Honest Abe over here on Overwatch. Don't forget. Oh, that is actually real good, Honest Abe. I mean, it wasn't a kill, but doesn't Honest Abe have the Honest Abe has the Overwatch ability if you hit Overwatch again. Keep forgetting about that. Look at Honest Abe gunning him down a hole. I'm making fun of his fucking garbage fire face, and then he pulls out anything but a garbage fire performance. That was nothing short of magnificent, Abe. I mean, it's not gonna help because Jake Busey's still totally getting fucking shot in the mouth. Well, you have to wait for the civilian to move before you can take your shot. Jake Busey got missed. Well, that was unspeakably lucky. None of them took a shot at the hacked robot. All right, I'm ridiculously salty about that, but you know what? My throat is killing me, and I'm going to go on a fucking 30-minute coughing jag here, which I'm pretty sure you probably don't want to listen to. So I'm going to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see the continuation of this episode, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, I'm going to go see if I can get a little bit of lung tissue to fly out of my mouth like ejecta from a crater. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.